Welcome back from the break. If you're on a playlist and you're watching this, it's nice to have a little break. We're at 27:21. You remember this scene? So I apologize for misstepping. So if you, when I said play now, you probably were a second ahead of me or not. So what I'm going to do is this. I'll count down 3 to 1. And then when I say play now, we'll start it. Okay, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Play now. All right, and let's get the book up there. And there we have the Batman. Let's take a look really quick. Now that's Jack Napier's chance to escape. This is the classic Neil Adams Batman. You know, he had a chance to escape and get out of there. But he decided not to take the exit because that's not how the movie goes. He's going to kill the commissioner. But nope, that doesn't happen. Jesus! It's hard to do this, right? All right. A lot of classic lines. Like this one. So we're going to stop around the 25-minute time for this video, probably around 50 minutes, this movie. Just gotta break it up into sections. Look at that. Why is Porkins just standing there? Why is that card standing there? Why? Unless you're just going to, unless for this scene. Here it is. Wait for it. What do you say at a time like this? That card. What do you want? Think about the future. Boom. Well, I guess he thought about it as he was dying. Oh, yeah. This is not good for him either. See, Batman just waited for him to shoot him. Oh, yeah. I never paid attention to that part where he already got his face damaged. Oh, we're getting to that part. It's like, give me your hand. Ah, there it is. This is glorious. Because he falls in already, right? So, to distract the police, Jack Napier floods with green toxic poison. His cheek pierced, ironically, by one of his own bullets. Jack Napier is now clinging to the catwalk like a scared rabbit. And, let's see. Left and below, after foolishly trying to escape the clutches of Batman, Jack Napier takes a plunge into a vat of bubbling toxic waste, which will remove his old identity, but provide him with a new one. From this moment on, the Joker will stalk the city. Yeah. That's amazing stuff. But of course, yeah, that's the classic Batman at the Axis. Tim Burton paid attention to The Killing Joke. Now, everybody knows The Killing Joke, the supposed origin of the Joker, when he was the Red Hood in 1988. My sister had that book. I have a 20th printing of that book. So here we're back to Knox. Trying to put, it's not easy to provide lighting here for all of you. Yeah, he never had a chance with Kim Basinger. I love this scene. This is the, you kind of see that in Gotham where you have Cameron B. Condova and the kid who played young Bruce Wayne. Now I forgot. David Mazouz. So Bruce Wayne and young Selena Kyle, they're having a scene on the long table. They had their old first date on a long table. It's amazing stuff. Here's another glamorous shot. The same one I showed before. The last one where I think she was still like attractive was Cool World. I never saw Cool World. I don't think I didn't hear good reviews for that movie. A long table. You know what? I don't think I've ever been in here. Yeah. There's some good aspects. I mean, he's like the everyday person. They wanted to get Bill Murray, but they got, because of Ghostbusters, I guess, but they decided to get Michael Keaton instead. Bill Murray might have been a good choice, but maybe not. I remember Robin Williams was credited as saying he auditioned for Joker, didn't get the part. He auditioned for the Riddler, didn't get the part. So he's just like, fuck you. That was to everybody. Tim Burton, Joel, what's his face? There's the one individual who represents an oasis of calm in amongst the action, anxiety, and hijinks is Alfred, professional Englishman and butler to Bruce Wayne. Like Knox, a means of allowing levity and wit as much room in this film as intensity and disaster. He is the means by which Bruce Wayne's day-to-day life is beautifully ordered. Michael Gow. Gow speaks affectionately to his role as Alfred. I feel I'm the nanny. I don't have to change his diaper, but I do have to do pretty much everything else. Alfred doesn't have to act like a butler. He is the butler, one of nature's gentlemen. So that's from Michael Gow's quote. There was a guy named Alfred Gow, same spelling, who worked on Smallville. I don't think there's any relation. I like how they went from that long table to this nice little cozy room. And you do see that similar scene in 89 comic. If I can show you for a moment. There's a little bit of a scene in here. Yeah, this is the same room, okay? And this is the Billy Dee Williams character. So this is the beginning of his Two-Face arc. But, yeah. This is where they're sitting down having a meal. The characters couldn't look exactly like their counterparts, especially with Alfred and... So now we're seeing the transformation of Jack to Joker. It's not a pleasant sight, I'll tell you that. Remember the Lisa Simpson, The Simpsons, when she got her contraption, her braces contraption? I'll show you the back of this for right now, until we get to the mirror. Yeah. Tim Burton wanted to have that killing joke aspect, whatever Brian Boland and that aspect. It's still terrifying. I find Jack Nicholson's Joker to be the most terrifying. I think because of my childhood and my angry father. And I think when I applied that to Jack Torrance from The Shining, and that kind of transferred over from Jack Torrance to over to Jack Napier. And so when you thought of an intimidating dad that would really kick your ass and give you a good belting, it was not Joaquin Phoenix. It wasn't Heath Ledger. It definitely was not Jared Leto, but it was Jack Nicholson. Yeah, she lost her way, didn't she? That's okay. Yeah, some blondes lose their way. They don't keep their looks up for much longer. Here we get to the scene now, because this is very important. So, yeah, this is the big reveal. So, it was very important to show that it's me, Sugar Puffs. Oh, you're alive. You set me up. Yeah, just unfinished business. I don't think Jack Palance likes to swear in movies. Maybe that was his decision. Oh yeah, this is this is fun. Jack is dead, my friend. There it is. I'm a lot happier. It was very hard to get that face right. They actually painted, when he has the flesh tone, it's not his actual skin to color. They had to put fake peach makeup over his Joker face. That's what I learned somewhere. So it wasn't his actual face. You know, Tim Burton had these weird cartoon ideas on how to create people. Let's see. This scene I forget the most, where they're in bed. This is the one scene I don't remember the most about. Here's a scene you don't really see in the movie. But this is something I don't think much about. This whole thing, and it doesn't happen for Returns, right? We see Michelle Pfeiffer. So somehow Vicky Vale's gone. But of course, it's necessary for her to see him hanging from the pull-up bars. Gotham City. Freak terrorizes. All those lines. So many different. It's hard to go back and forth. You know, for some people, you know, when they went to the movie theaters, well, it used to be Star Wars, right? For me, it was Batman. That was the movie. That was the breakthrough movie for me. Okay, I'll show you. This is Joker stories. I'll show you the first appearance of the Joker. Yeah, she looked that great, but whatever. So, this is the first appearance. This is Batman number 1, 1940. Spring 1940. Uh-oh. That's when you don't tell everybody the secret. Well, you don't have everybody get the same story, right? So this is where Joker would threaten and kill rich people, wealthy businessmen. So yeah, this is So Batman and Robin were together the first time the Joker ever appeared. And Joker would wear a disguise. He would kill the judge. Oh, yeah. What's with that face? What's with that grin? Oh, fantastic. My light source. Fantastic. Yeah. Check out this face. That is terrifying, is it not? I am the world's first fully functioning homicidal artist, and I want my face on the $1 bill. Hot time in the old. So you got the Joker suits. Facing the same problem as Anton Furst of creating costumes which were unique, yet believable, he hit on what he calls a soft sell, retro 40s or timeless modern look. The Joker appears in what are Essence 40s style double-breasted three-piece suits. It was, says Bob, quite customary to wear a waistcoat with this kind of a suit at that time. Yet no 40s suit would have sported the day-glow colors favored by the Joker. Preferring dark blue and mulberry attire as the vain Jack Napier, he soon learns to blind the city as the Joker, whose increasing psychosis is reflected in his noisy dress. Tailored blues soon make way for purple, red, and green, colors which are also a byproduct of his toxic accident. Purple, too, is his hat, which, as Ringwood points out, is really a pork pie classic, while the gaudy colors of his tailcoat decorate the standard conservative model. All the clothes are designed with Nicholson's stocky frame in mind, and Ringwood is pleased to say Jack was really happy to go along with my ideas. He really loves clothes anyway. It's really easy to dress. Like others, Ringwood reinforces the view that Jack Nicholson, with his reportedly excessive lifestyle, is tailor-made for the role. Wardrobe, yeah. So the floor purple of the Joker, who goes on to restyle his pack of goons. There's a hardcover version of those Joker stories. Yeah. Yep, there's that famous scene, the one you just saw. They're not bad people, no. Look at that. See? He makes everybody agreeable. The Joker's willingness to shake hands ought to be a crime in itself. His lethal ring process handy for frying opponents. They cut that scene down in a TV post or a TV broadcast. Huh. Yep, he has no shame. None. Anyway. So let me show you the rest of the Joker first appearance. Yeah. It's when Batman had the Smilex. Yeah, this is a very simple story. Batman and Robin stops the Joker. Doo-doo. You'll never take me back. Yeah. You played your last hand. And here is the last panel of the first appearance of Joker. Let's see if I can get us closer to that. But even as, so it says, what I like to know is how his victims, mouths turned up in that terrible grin. Some sort of drug that pulled the muscles of the face. The Joker was a clever but diabolical killer. Too clever and too deadly to be free. This is when Bruce Wayne would smoke pipes. He'd smoke his tobacco pipe. And here it says, but even as Bruce speaks at the state prison, the Joker is plotting for his escape. They can't keep me here. I know a way out. The Joker will yet have the last laugh. And what you're seeing is reminiscent of Crime Alley. That was a 1970s story. Yeah, I guess it was very important for her to stalk. She takes the flowers. but it's like, does she understand what it all means? So there was a story that Denny O'Neil wrote. I don't know if it was called It Happened in Crime Alley. It was in early 1970s, and the animated series kind of redid that, the first season or two, because basically the 90s Batman stories were a revamp of the 70s comic books, because only the nerds and the geeks who were reading those comic books knew that Batman was not Adam West anymore. And they knew that Batman got dark. There was a story that Frank Robbins passed away, I think, that he wrote that so Robin had to go to college, and he was no longer Robin, and he decided to go to college. He went to college after high school. Batman shut down the Wayne Manor, shut down the Batcave, and moved to a penthouse in the city. So now he had to do things by himself. The 60s were over. We were entering the 70s, and that was the big change. That's how you knew that the stories were more serious. I think we're getting into the mime scene. Yep, we sure are. Do-do-do-do-do-do. That creepy Danny Elfman music that makes no sense except in the world of Tim Burton's mind. I kind of felt like Tim Burton should have directed the Addams Family, those new cartoons that are out right now. But they didn't want to spend the money. It was all about spending money, and they weren't going to do it. I'm trying to find the mime scene, or... Yeah, I think this is as close as I can get. Yeah, Robert Wall is kind of like us. Robert Wall is us in that world. So here he is, Mime Joker. The Quill. The Joker's arsenal. So, ludicrously long-barreled gun, acid flower, hand on a spring, telescopic boxing glove, poison quill pen, and high voltage ring. Let's see. And yet these, though impressive, are no match for Batman's arsenal. At one point, the Joker seethes with exasperation. Those toys. Where does he get those wonderful toys? Now we know. Oh. And there's the acid flower. And we'll see this long gun later. Yeah. That's about it. I love that set. How big is that set? Might be 2 blocks long. 2 or 3 blocks. It's a great set. So more politics. So he got to do Two-Face in Lego form for one of the Lego Batman movies. That's good anyway, because that was a missed opportunity. And there we got all the mimes. This is a publicity shot, so you don't see this in the movie, but you do see them. So I like this shot. This is a nice shot. Everybody's just having fun. The Joker and his goons. So now crime has changed. It's not about the untouchable mobsters. It's not about Frank Nitti or Al Capone or Vito Corleone, dare I say, but it's now about these kinds of guys. Yeah. Yeah, I remember Michael Gow was in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes TV series in the 50s. He played a villain. He played a daring type villain. When? Got an airplane overhead. That's nice. Very not distracting at all. Haha. Yeah, so now he's making the connection between Jack and Joker. Okay, this is where I have stopped. Stop tape, stop your video, stop tape. So there's a lot of dust. So this is where I'm at now. This is 51:55, 51 minutes and 55 seconds. If you are on an analog machine like a DVD player, that's analog only, that's, or a, dare I say, VHS tape, that's where you want to be at, where he's just looking. This is a scene where he just found out Jack is the Joker, so he's, so it's 55 minutes in, so tomorrow we'll cover more of this movie. I'll probably show a little bit for continuity about something that was bothering me recently. Anyway, until tomorrow.